Imagine if there was a magical trick that could enable anyone to learn a new language in just 1 week. Sounds like something out of a fairy tale, right? But, hold on. What if I told you that researchers are peeling back the layers of our understanding of language acquisition, and they may have stumbled upon something extraordinary that could reshape how we approach learning new languages? Intrigued? Let's dive in. Oh. Back in the early 2000s, a group of scientists was looking into how babies pick up their first words. They set up fascinating experiments where they played sounds to infants in soundproof rooms. And guess what? These babies responded to certain sounds, even when they were completely nonsensical. Imagine a baby turning its head at the sound of someone's name played backwards. Shockingly, when researchers flipped the sounds back to normal, the babies recognized them and reacted accordingly. This sparked a realization. Our brains might actually handle language like a two-way street. Here's where it gets even more interesting. Hey, what if we harness the mechanics of our brain's language processing to decode new languages? You see, when we hear speech, our brains don't just memorize sounds in a straight line. They actually have this playful way of flipping sounds around in reverse. It's like our minds have a secret, backward dictionary, constantly ready to decode what we hear. So, why not leverage this hidden feature to speed up language learning? Imagine gathering the phonetic alphabets of a new language. By memorizing how each sound functions not just forwards but backwards, you're setting the stage for your brain to make connections faster. Think of it like training your brain to juggle. At first, it's hard. But soon enough, your brain becomes agile and quick at flipping between forms of sound. But let's be honest, while that concept sounds fancy, mastering a new language still takes a lot more than flipping sounds. Each language has its own quirky grammar rules, pronunciations, and cultural expressions that you have to navigate. Picture this: learning the difference between the formal you in French, vous, and informal tu isn't just a matter of memorizing a word. It's about understanding context, culture, and subtleties that make communication richer. Now, could you really learn a language in just a week using the backwards method? Well, it's a delightful thought. Reality tells us that even with some clever tricks up your sleeve, mastering a new language is still a long road, a marathon, and not a sprint. Studies suggest that it takes about 500 hours of dedicated practice to achieve proficiency in a second language. This isn't to say you can't pick up some basics in a week, but true fluency demands time and effort. So, while we wait for the next big breakthrough in language learning, embrace this idea. Challenge yourself to think about sounds in a new way. It could be a fun mental exercise to flip the script and see how many words and phrases you can decode sideways. And hey, whether you're learning a new language for travel or to connect with friends, remember it's all about enjoying the process. Thank you for joining me on this linguistically exciting journey. Keep exploring and challenging yourself, and who knows? Maybe you'll find that being a polyglot can be your next fun adventure.